Welcome to the garage. I just popped the new tire on. One trick that I found that works good is the zip tie. So it stays in half of the tire or a quarter so that it stays in the pocket here. And then of course you got to, let's see, where's the rotation mark? Right here. So you want to make sure that is going in the right direction. So new tire is on. The old tire was a bear because it had no flexibility to get off, but the new one came on real easy. So tire is on, bearings are in, we are looking good. Well, welcome back to the garage. It's been a while, but we got the front tire on, got the brake calipers on. We ran into a little trouble here with the light switch. I tried to clean it, and of course the old plastic broke on me, so I found one on eBay for like 15 bucks. So I'm waiting on that to come in. And also another piece of plastic that goes in this little track area where this pin goes in. There's a plastic bushing that, of course, crumbled on me, so I had to order that too. We polished up a little brace here. So front's getting there. I'm not going to put any fluid on in here and do any of that until I get all this front ready. I don't have to take it apart again. So here we got the back tire, which is what we worked on, and I drained the fluid from the final drive here. And we took the old tire off, got the new tire on, cleaned up the rotor, put new bushings, bearings in the wheel, front and the other side. Let's see. Oh, here it is. So here's the drive pinion. This goes into the other side and rotates the wheel. So I'll show you that. So yeah, this goes into these screws like this and fits over this area. So this has an O-ring here and an O-ring here. We're going to replace those since we're here. And I realized I didn't need to take these loose, but we'll tighten those back down because they just allow you to take these posts off. So clean this up. And we're going to, I ordered all new seals, not bearings, but seals, O-rings, every piece of rubber that goes in here. So we're going to replace all that, take this apart, then we'll break the, we'll take the swing arm off, take the drive shaft off, clean it up, put new bearings in the swing arm. And I'm thinking right now, I've looked up of putting a new modern shock in here because I know with the way the rubber is on this that it would probably blow a seal if it hadn't already. So I'm looking at options for that to replace that while I'm here in the back and have all this off. There are some options that are newer shock absorbers that will fit this. So we're checking that out. Looks to be about $400 or so, $400 or $500. But I can guarantee you that this thing will leak if I leave it in, and it won't last. And there's no way to rebuild it really, at least not for me. No parts available. So anyway, that's where we are. I took the turn signals off. And one thing that I realized too on the turn signals is these are the short ones. I was thinking the front was the short. And so I basically ordered 4 for the front, and I didn't order any for the back because I got messed up on part numbers. So I ordered the back ones to be right. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So that's kind of where we are. We're going to clean up all this plastic and make it look better. So you can see I've already put some of that trim restore on here. It's amazing that it brings the black back like that. So that's kind of where we are. I ordered a lot of parts to come in. Oh, one other thing that messed up on me. I don't think I have it out, but another piece of the clutch handle, another piece of rubber tore on me, so I had to order that. So one of the biggest issues with something that's been sitting so long is just rubber and plastic just get brittle. So the minute you think you got everything ordered and everything correct, you realize that something you were counting on working stops working or tears apart on you. But I was trying to clean that switch here, and because I knew it was not making a good connection when I tested it the other day and showed that video showing the light went out after flipping the switch back and forth. And instead of just trying to clean it without trying to take it apart, I ended up thinking I could take it all the way apart, but then the plastic just went snap. So, but $15 on eBay saved me because I'll just get the whole new thing, whole other unit. And it's a little better because it has the white things that say turn and choke. It still has all the white parts on it, which is nice. White paint, not paint, coloring. And I think we're making good progress. Once tire's really ready to go back on, I just need to rebuild this. And of course, take that apart. I'm not going to try that here this week. We're going to wait a week for that. Get all the parts in, get this done first, then, which I'll just take this apart, and then if you can see from the back side, this seal, these bolts come out, this little cover, plastic cover comes off. So we'll take this off and work on it with all the parts in my hand so I don't lose anything or forget where anything goes. Then we'll look at taking the swing arm off. Shouldn't be too bad. And we'll take these pieces off, we'll paint them or clean them up. Same with this side. These pieces here, which I tried to use some paste, rust paste, but that stuff is okay, but it doesn't work for big spots of rust. We got some rusty stuff still here I'll have to take off. I got new caps, so even if this one should be good, but if I snap it, I have caps for both sides because I wanted to have that back on here. And hopefully these will come off. I have a good torque DeWalt torque drill, so that should be able to pop this off with the right. Of course, I'm gonna have to get the right. I know I don't have this size right here, so I'm gonna have to get the right end for that. And the other side. After that, I still need to rebuild the fuel stuff. So when we get all this back off, I'll try to. I do have new fuel lines. These are all hard, I know. They'll just come apart on me. So little by little, get the fuel system back into place and get the radiator. Oh, I found a good price on a guy who used to rebuild these motorcycles and had all the rubber tubes for the radiator system, which I know I'm going to need these. I don't trust any piece of rubber on this thing that's been sitting here. So those are coming in. I think he had multiple sets for like 20 bucks, but it's every piece that you need. I'm a little bit concerned that I didn't take the tubings off when the carbs were off and just inspect this and clean it. So I may just leave it and see where it goes, or I might take the carbs back off, which I don't really want to, but it might be worth inspecting these, especially with the rubber O-rings that, again, all this rubber stuff just doesn't, 40 something years, it just doesn't hold up, especially being when it sits out in the weather. Overall, happy with the progress. We're making some good headway. This back tire was, this back tire was funny. I didn't film myself doing this, which would have been a big laugh on the internet, but basically this tire came with all these on the bead area, just to keep it where it's not collapsed on you. I thought I got them all out, so I put this tire, took the old tire off, which wasn't that bad. It's a little easier when the tire's bigger, like this, wider. Put the new tire on pretty easy. I did zip tie it like I showed in one of the videos for the front. Zip tied here and here, popped it in, and this one popped the bead real easy. The front was terrible. I had a terrible time getting it to pop. Popped the beads in, pop, pop, rolled it on the floor, and you know what happened? Made a bunch of noise. This thing was rolling around in the tire. So I had to, of course, pop one side off, take it off the rim about a quarter here so I could find what was in here, and this was in here. Take that out. And even when I put the bearings in, I forgot. I put both sides in, and I forgot to put the center post back in where the I don't see. I think you can see it where the bolt runs through. So had to take one side of these back off, but thankfully, with the tools I have, it really made it easy. I tell you, it's worth. These tools are really worth it. And I don't think I showed this one. This is the one that installs the bearings. I don't know, it's just so much easier with the right tools than trying to do it with screwdrivers and hammers and even wood. You can still mess it up. So, real happy. Got the tire clean. Got all the aluminum shined back up. So, I think it looks pretty good. We're still about a year away from, well, probably 6 months, 7 months before my paint job can happen. So more than likely I will try to drive this thing before I do that, just in case I change my mind. But my paint guy is about 6 or 7 months away from being ready. So if this thing runs like it used to, it's going to be really nice to have. So I think that's about the only thing I got to say in this update. Little by little, it's coming together. So I'm very pleased with the progress. Looking forward to getting it back on the road. It's maybe sometime before it gets cold again. August, September, hopefully. Get it painted, and it'll be a nice addition to the bikes I have already on the road. So we're looking good. Thanks for tuning in. Next time. See you next time.